BB, why you get lost again?
Hello, welcome back to my channel. So a little while ago I did a little video review on the Kappa monorails and the top box, the Givi top box for Suzuki GSX-8S, and problems I was having, where it was okay, it was alright, but when I put weight in the back of the top box, it was sort of like having an effect on the bike where the front wheel was starting to go up a little bit, and it felt quite light when I was going over bumps. It felt a bit unnerving, really, unstable. So I took it all off and reverted back to how it was. Well, I had a thought, and it's basically to do, I think, with the preload. So I had a go at adjusting the preload. Put the monorail and the top box back on, and it all seems to be fine. It seems to have cured the problem, I think. Obviously the wind still catches the side of the bike and blows it around a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be as unstable as it did. So I'm going to pull in over here and I'll show you what I did. Might help somebody possibly watching the video. Right, so yeah, so what I used is this little C-spanner. Very basic sort of thing. I mean, this is quite a cheapy one, which I got off eBay. And what I noticed was, I don't know if you, hopefully the camera will pick it up, in there is the shock absorber, and at the top in there is like a silver collar. Don't know if it's actually going to pick it up or not. I hope it does. And there's like some numbers on the collar. I undid this little bolt here of the brake reservoir, and this comes out. It's on a rubber hose. It comes out. It's fairly flexible, and that comes out there. And then I put the C-spanner in, and I made a note of the number which was facing me, and at the time it was number 4 in there. And I put the C-spanner in and I turned that metal collar just a little bit until the number 6 appeared. So only putting a very slight adjustment, as far as I can tell, on this spring in there, and as I was turning, the back end went up a little bit. So I think I'm pushing the spring down to bring it up, or something like that anyway. And yeah, I then bolted this back on again, really easy, just comes off, put that in again, and went for a ride with no luggage in the actual box, and it felt alright. Then I went for another ride, put a bit of luggage in the box, and yeah, still no problems at all from what I could actually tell. In fact, the bike actually felt a lot more stable than what it has been. So I'm going to keep this on for the time being. I'm going to take that on. I don't use that all the time. Oh, I've left that hanging out. I'll sort it out in a minute. That just unclips under there. I think it still makes the bike look a bit ugly with it on though, with the rails, but it's a handy thing. The other thing, which is quite handy as well, whilst the rails are on here, I've managed to put my D-lock around these bars, because there is literally nowhere on this bike to put a D-lock, and it's quite a heavy thing. So that's worked out quite well. The other thing I've also done as well, I just open up this again, is take this out, take that out. In here I have put a connector through the drain hole in there, connected up to a USB socket with 4 sockets, so I can actually take and charge mobile phone and other bits and pieces, camera batteries up and that sort of thing, whilst I'm riding along. Waterproof connector there, and that's worked out really well. That goes into the battery, hidden up through the back along these rails, under the seat, fits to the battery, and I fitted a thing called a Thunderbox, which is like you can take off a several different accessories rather than having to put loads and loads of cables onto the actual the battery. So far it all looks pretty good. And the other thing I fitted as well, which has been quite handy, is I got hold of one of these RAM mounts for the mobile. If I'm going to do a long tour, I can put the mobile in here and get, you know, Google Maps, Waze or whatever, and then plug it straight into a USB socket, which I've put here, and that comes off the Thunderbox as well. Now on the GSX-8S there is an accessory where you can get a factory fitted USB socket, but that fits in that space there. The only problem is when I've put this windscreen on here, the bracket goes actually in front of the USB, so it's really difficult to try and get any USB in there. So I've left that, and that's why I've put this waterproof USB there. So anyway, that is it really. Yeah. As I say, I still think it makes the bike look a little bit ugly with that. I mean, I think it's all right. It matches the bike. It's black and that sort of thing. It's not too bad. I don't like that long tail thing. You know, I prefer to put a tail tidy on it, but I think the tail tidy pushes it back too far. So high-sided vehicles have problems seeing the actual brake light and the indicators. But I'm going to think of something. I'm going to think of some way of getting around that. So anyway, that's it really. I shall see how I get on with that once I put a few more 1,000 miles under my belt. Hopefully do a few more moto camping videos as well at some point. And yeah, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of this content, please subscribe. And on that note, I'm going to do a little bit more fiddling about. And yeah, thanks for watching.